somebody yelled out, "Hey yo, so-and-so got a junkie." And I swear everybody within a 30-meter radius after hearing that bolted towards him, and in a matter of at least 20 seconds, my guy was surrounded. In that moment, I witnessed the worst gang assault to ever happen on that school ground. Pixabite here, how you doing? You good? Good. Welcome back to another Storytime Sunday, where I tell stories on Sundays for your enjoyment. So please sit back, relax, grab some snacks, because this will be a good one. Junkie. Nothing was more terrifying than receiving a junkie, okay? You may know it as cookie, nutmeg, bunny, whatever you call it. All I'm saying is from the 6+ years of football experience that I had, right, on and off the pitch, the single most disrespectful and potentially career jeopardizing act that could happen to you on the pitch was receiving a junkie, okay? Alright, so what's the big deal? The ball just goes through your legs. Okay, picture this. You're playing a match for your school football team. This is the final game of the league, okay? It's your time to shine and show off the hours and hours of training you went through. Your crush is watching, and then an attacking player comes towards you. And then boom!
That is not good.
Violation. Your friends are watching as you try to save the slip-up. And then boom! Violation. Your coach and parents are struggling to stay focused. But you don't give up, and you hold on to that little hope you have left on saving this, and then boom! Violation. Oh my word, brother, please stay down. You're already dead. What are you trying to prove at this point, man? Take your boots off and go play tennis. Please, we don't want you on the pitch. Have some self-respect for yourself. Yo, guys, getting a junkie was so serious, man, that I swear one day we all just collectively decided, you know me, we must beat you. Huh?
Aye, bro, how can you embarrass us in front of all these people in the finals even?
Hey, what you mean us? You want
Shut up. Aye, shut up. I don't want to hear it. Today, you will be punished, eh? Of who, gents? Yeah, aye, you must be punished, eh?
Hey, bro, chill. Chill,
Come on,
bro.
clap you. We think it. Hey.
So that's how I imagine that came about. So if you haven't already liked the video, it's a good time to like the video. So where did this game Junkie came about, right? The rules are simple. If the ball goes through your legs, we beat you. If you don't want to get beat, you have to touch a marked object that, you know, we all agree about. Let's say a tree, right? And then you won't get beat. But if you don't touch the tree and you run off of class because, I don't know, quote unquote break is over, nigga, who said the bell dismisses you? The tree does. Niggas have the full right and all the jurisdiction to beat your ass, even in class or wherever, until you touch that tree. And that being said, people would literally have to excuse themselves during class just to run half a kilometer to actually touch the tree. And yes, there has to be a witness. Somebody was always watching. You just going to the toilet and saying you touched the tree wasn't enough, brother. That's how serious your commitment has to be to this game. Now you think, why would any sane person play this game at all, okay? Bear in mind, we are in grade 6 or 7, okay? Kids that time probably had stress from books. Maybe they had stress from people. Or maybe they just like violence. So to answer your question, a bunch of dumb 10 to 13-year-olds wanted to play this game, okay? That's a good enough reason, right? No, but anyways, this game became so popular at one point that there had been a minimum of 30 people playing every single time. 30 people, just imagine that, okay? The atmosphere was constantly filled with stress, fear, and anxiety, and the best of the best footballers were even shaking. But let me tell you, once people heard that word, junkie, it's like a hit of an addictive drug, because I swear the primitive instinct that takes over, it just awakens the primitive instincts in a swarm of kids ready to put you out of commission. Yo, I've gotten my fair share of violence, okay? Both receiving and giving. And me saying this game developed character is an understatement, because this game was clearly not for the weak-hearted, okay? Bodies were stacking up by the dozens, and each day some occasional injuries. You'd think this game would die out as quickly as it came, but nope. Weeks go by, more and more people keep piling up, keep coming, and I tell you, one day we hit a peak of 50 people. 50 people just ready for smoke. Each of them with a set of hands and a set of feet freaking armored with toughies, my guy. What? Bro. Junkie was crazy. This game was thriving too well until one day an incident occurred. During primary school, we had like 2 breaks in between our classes, right? Each of them were 15 minutes. So in the first break, we go on, we play Junkie. And there was this friend of mine, I'll call him Courtney because he had cornrows. He got a Junkie, okay? He was fast, but poor guy couldn't stand a chance against 50 people. Literally, you're surrounded at every single corner. So whether or not you run away, you have to run through the crowd. So long story short, it didn't end well. My man Courtney is running, and there's literally this guy, I'll call him Max, not his real name, on his ass, on his tail, bro, just chasing him on his tail. It looked like Courtney was gonna get away, but that's when he just fell. He fell. It's unclear whether Max tripped him or whether he fell on air, but my man got airtime, that's guaranteed. And he just landed face first, face planted onto that ground, going downhill on a surface of bricks. And since Max was literally smelling this guy the entire time, he fell right on top of him, on his back, bro, and he rode him like a skateboard for a few meters. Downhill, face first. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, it didn't end pretty. After that moment, everybody just realized the serious damages that could happen from this game. And everyone just collectively decided to just stop playing and be like, alright, no more Junkie for today. That's enough. Let's just chill for a bit. Let's just chill. Second raid comes around and we're chilling outside. And just like the fucking superhero he was, we saw a black silhouette walking down the stairs with the light shining towards us, blinding us. And in all his glory, you could see Courtney, bro, bandaged up on his face, but still set, ready to go for a second round, okay? And that moment was freaking, it was big. For like a small guy, this guy had a lot of heart. Respect to you, Courtney. Shout out to you. People still want to continue playing after that incident, and I already told you, anyone who plays this game will turn into literal testosterone junkies, because like an addictive drug, niggas needed their next hit on another hit. So that being said, clearly we didn't learn our lesson, right? And it only took 10 minutes until the next big incident. The game goes on. One of the players tried to give the other a Junkie, but he missed and the ball rolled past him. In the direction the ball was rolling, an unsuspecting victim happened to just cross by the war zone. He didn't know any better. When he saw the ball rolling towards him, he tried to kick it back in our direction before it went out of bounds. But my guy had no football experience because he literally missed the ball completely and the ball just went through his legs. And just out of that moment of silence from the entire crowd, everyone is watching, somebody yelled out, "Hey yo, so-and-so got a Junkie." And I swear everybody within a 30-meter radius after hearing that bolted towards him, and in a matter of at least 20 seconds, my guy was surrounded. In that moment, I witnessed the worst gang assault to ever happen on that school grounds. When I tell you, he was comboed even worse than your favorite Mortal Kombat character, bro. The highest combo breaker of like 50 plus with 20 freaking pairs of hands and feet. Oh, it was not pretty. What made it even worse was the fact that this victim just happened to be the only East Asian kid in our grade. So this escalated real quick from a gang to a freaking xenophobic hate crime in a matter of seconds. And in that moment, my guy just stood there frozen and bursted out in tears, as you would expect. And everyone just stopped and backed up. And in that moment, everyone kind of just realized collectively, like, what the really come. He had to be escorted to the nurse's office, which just happened to be right next to the principal's office. And you probably already know what went down. At that moment, everybody that was, part of that game realized, like, yep, that's probably the last time we're gonna ever play this game, Junkie. The following day, 7:15 in the morning, we were all called to gather around for assembly, for announcements, and the principal just announced that anybody who was caught playing Junkie or participating or even watching, right, without telling anybody, was to be suspended or even worse, expelled. So safe to say from then on, the legendary game Junkie was no more. So I have a Zambian friend, right, and he told me that apparently for Namibia being one of the most peaceful countries, the stories that he's heard, he says we are one of the most violent people he's ever heard of. And I think that's wrong. I think we're just passionate.